Hey guys, my name is Charlie DeVille. I am known as Montreal's premier deadbeat daddy, and I am here to show you a drag transformation. Today I'm going to be transforming into a kind of creepy cabaret inspired clown. So let's just get to it. So basically how I start is I use a moisturizer first every single time, because doing drag we put our skin through a lot of torture. So I try to keep my skin as moisturized as possible. It's hard when you live in Canada and you wear a ton of makeup, but yeah, I just use a kind of boring Olay moisturizer. And then now that my skin is kind of soaking that up, I'm going to take off the natural oils from my eyebrows because I'm going to be blocking my brows today. So I just use, this is just like alcohol that you buy at the drugstore. And put that on my brows. Wow, just kind of let that soak in for a little bit, and then I'm gonna use the classic purple Elmer's school glue. I think that's been absorbed. This is, I'm sure you've seen this on a million drag tutorials on YouTube. This is kind of the hardest part. Takes a long time. It's like, you know, if your eyebrows crack, it kind of ruins your makeup. So I know there's a lot of people that they brush the glue or their eyebrows up when they cover their brows. They'll kind of, yeah, I don't know, you've probably seen this. They brush the hair up. In my opinion, I find that it just kind of like makes the hair take up more room than it already does. So for me, what I do is I just flatten it straight down where my eyebrow normally is. I don't pull it up because, I mean, that way it'll just take up more space, you know? So we let that dry, coat number 1, and I'm gonna do 4 coats. So it's kind of boring. I won't show you all of them. I'll just show you when we're done. Okay, so this is now the last layer of glue that I'm going to be putting on. And this is the most important round, obviously. So again, you want to make sure that you're pushing down really hard. Just flatten that eyebrow as much as possible. And don't worry about like if it spills over. See, like I got it all over. Because what we're gonna do now basically is I have a makeup wipe ready to go. So I'm gonna just like wipe off the excess here while this gets a little bit tacky. Because you want it to be like kind of still tacky but almost dry. It's really like a fine science to getting this glue thing figured out. Okay, I think that's good. So I also have this Ben Nye Neutral Set colorless powder. It's pretty cheap. It works very well. And I'm going to take just a little sponge that I've cut. I cut the little end part off. And I'm going to dip it into the powder and just press the powder down onto my brow. Really like jam it on. And then again with the other, of course. Just really smush it down. I'm going to take this Maybelline Master Camo in apricot, and this is supposed to be for like under eye bags. Basically what this color does is it cancels out blues on your face. So I'm gonna take some of this and put it on my hand. This is what the pros do. Put it on your hand, and then I'm gonna put like just kind of a light dusting over top of the brow. And this is gonna cancel out the blue tones in my eyebrows. Might have even been too much, but it's no turning back. And then I'm gonna go over this with my same Ben Nye loose powder just to set it, because this stuff does not set itself. It's just a cream. So so for this look, I'm going to be using I'm gonna be painting my face all white, so it is like an old school kind of cabaret type look that I'm going for. And painting your face all white, it gives that like clown vibe. It's a little bit like creepy and ominous, and it really just like is a nice base to put anything else on top of it. The white just like every single color just pops on white. So I'm using Ben Nye paint stick, cream stick in white. I'm a fan of the Ben Nye products, as you can tell. They are like not super expensive. I'm gonna use a little kind of flat synthetic brush to get into the little smaller areas that my paint stick can't get into. Okay, now that I look terrifying, I'm gonna smooth it all out with a wet beauty blender. And just kind of smush it into all my little nooks and crannies on my face. There are more and more every day. Okay, so now that it looks still terrifying, I'm going to set everything with the same Ben Nye that I used to cover my brows. Neutral Set Colorless Powder. This is a BH Cosmetics brush, fluffy brush, and really pack that powder. You can just like touch it, see if there's any wet spots. Oh god, what have I done? And if there is, just put more. A really great tip is to make sure that your eyeshadow doesn't go anywhere. I use liquid lipstick. These are from NYX. They're like, I think, I don't know, eight or $9. And I use it as a base for my eyes. And then I'm gonna go and put like eyeshadow on top. But you basically take, I don't use a sponge, I take a brush, and then you just kind of paint it on. And a really good tip also is to start with your lighter colors and to move into your dark colors. And this allows you to use the same brush for all of it, and this helps for blending, and it also helps if you're one of those lazy people that don't wash your brushes. It just means that you basically have like one brush to wash at the end of the day instead of a bunch. I'm kind of going with the natural like eye sockets that I have. It's kind of one of those things, like if you're gonna follow a makeup tutorial, you do have to customize it to your own face. Where somebody's cheekbones are not necessarily where your cheekbones are, so try to just enhance your natural features. Drag is all about kind of making your face really big or really easy to see, kind of the eyes, the nose, the mouth, everything from far away, from like, you know, it's dark in the club. Spotlights will really wash you out, so a really kind of bold face looks really cool. It's all part of the fantasy. So now I'm taking this darker blue and just going in and giving myself kind of a blend, as you can see. And I'm gonna put black on my eyelids, so stay tuned for that. So now I'm gonna go in finally with this black NYX Liquid Suede and put it on my eyelids. Okay, so I look pretty scary already, which is great. So now I'm gonna take, this is the James Charles Morphe palette, and it's the mini one. So I think this costs like, I don't know, 35 bucks or something, but it has every color that you could ever want. So definitely recommend this to everybody. And I'm going to need a couple of brushes now. I'm gonna take one kind of fat fluffy brush and then one more like rounded eyeshadow brush. And first I'm gonna go in with, again, the lighter colors. So I'm gonna use like this bright blue that matches my, ooh, that's so pretty, my outer blue color. And the powders really help to kind of blend everything together. You can see that, you know, with just the paint, it's it's a look, but it doesn't look pretty. And I guess what I'm kind of going for is a little bit of a pretty look. And I'm gonna go like even higher than where I had gone with the paint, and just kind of like diffuse the edges. A trick that I like to use as well for the very kind of outer edge is I'll take some of that loose white powder that I had from doing my base and just use that on the very outside, and you kind of blend it out with the white, and it just looks really nice. See how much better this side looks than that side already? So now I'm going to go with like the slightly darker blue, and I'm going to use this one here. It's like a navy. So yeah, I want to look like I'm not sleeping because I'm not sleeping. And then dip into the yellow. Same palette. Oh, see, yeah, that's pretty. I look sick, which is like what we want. Okay, and I'm gonna finish off my eye by doing a black on the lid. I have very oily eyelids, but the liquid lip really helps. My eyeballs are screaming, so that means it's working. Okay, so next step after eyes, I'm gonna do, what should I do? I kind of go like top down with my makeup. So I think next I'm gonna do my cheeks, my blush. I tend to use the same two colors for blush. These are NYX in Crimson and Electro, and they're super pigmented. They really show up super well. So, and then I take a big kabuki brush. This one's by e.l.f. It's a cheap one. And I'm going to put it where the eyeball ends, but kind of high. So that was with Crimson, and then I'm going to go over it with Electro. I feel like I'm really inspired a lot by the character that Joel Grey plays in the movie Cabaret. If you haven't seen Cabaret yet and you identify as a queer person, you are no longer allowed to identify as such until you watch the movie Cabaret. So, just saying. So this is a lot of blush, you know. It's fine. So I'm gonna take the same Crimson, and I'll take my like yellow brush because it hasn't been, I don't know, whatever. And I'm going to give myself a little clown nose. With the blush. I like the cute. Okay, so next step is going to be lips. And I think for lips, I'm trying to think, I'm gonna do this. I love these NYX Liquid Suedes, obviously. This one's called Vintage. So I'm gonna first go in with one of these. Again, I'm doing my mouth a little bit like Joel Grey has it in the movie Cabaret. It's a little like Pierrot vibe. So now, while my lips dry, I'm going to go in and give myself eyebrows. So for my brows, I'm going to use Kat Von D Tattoo Liner in Trooper Black. This stuff is great. Okay, and I'm going to give myself kind of like sad brows. My god, this is so stressful. This part you can't really mess up because it's black on white. All right, I think that's good. Ooh, look how sinister. Eee. Okay, so this dark color of my lips has now pretty much dried, but even if it hasn't, not fully dried, I'm gonna hit it the middle part with some red. We want to have a kind of ombre effect. Ooh, cute. Okay, cool. So now what I'm going to do is give myself a little mustache. And this mustache is inspired by Dorian Electra. I recently got into Dorian's music. I'm really obsessed. People tagged me as Dorian for like a while, and I just felt like the music was like too young for me. But now I can't stop listening to it. Cool. Okay, so next up, I'm going to be putting on lashes. I also want to give myself a little gap tooth, so I think I'm going to do that first because the lashes always really stress me out. So to make a gap tooth, I'm going to use Ben Nye once again, classic. This is called Tooth Color, and it's in black. So you make sure your teeth are really dry, and then you basically just try. Okay. So that's what it should look like, and it stays on. You can you can make out, you can drink, you can do all kinds of stuff, and it just comes off by brushing your teeth, which I don't do. So next I'm going to add glitter, and this is Too Faced blah blah blah, I don't know what it is. Too Faced Lemon Zest glitter eyeshadow, and it looks really cool over black. It just really helps the glitter pop. And I'm gonna kind of like spread it around with my brush because I'm gonna be gluing on eyelashes, so you want to kind of have this done before you glue on your lashes. A lot of people do lashes last, and I am one of those people. See how it just adds, I'm gonna put some more glitter because like, hello, this is drag, baby. Am I gonna be crazy and put it under my eye? I think I will. Oh, look how nice. Just makes everything pop. I'm also gonna put it on my lips, just the kind of front part. Oh, excuse me. What I think I'm gonna do is glue on my lashes. And I just bought some lashes from Amazon. They look like this. I trimmed them. Also, I've worn these before, so you know, you do need to cut lashes to fit your face. This is like a really stressful part, and I usually always mess it up, so I'm gonna do this off camera so you don't see my failures. I use Duo. This is just basic, you can get it at the drugstore, but it works really well. And I don't like the one that's black because it really can mess up your eyeliner. This one dries clear, so people don't know if you glue it on wrong, take it off, glue it on wrong, take it off, whereas the black one, they do. So BRB. Alright, so my lashes are on. It went relatively well. Nobody died this time. So, now I'm going to put mascara on my real lashes. Get rid of all the like white dust that was on them. Try to like blend it up into the new ones. These lashes, I believe, are supposed to be for like girls to wear during the day because they were not advertised as drag queen lashes or anything like that. And I just find it so crazy that girls are willing to subject themselves to such pain. For what? Like, I get it if you're a drag performer. The whole point of it is to like be in pain, but if you're just a human and you're wearing these lashes, that's crazy. Like, where are you wearing them to? Maybe, I think this is probably the final product. So I'm going to put on my wig, my costume, and then I'll be back and I'll show you guys the whole look all together. So this is the final look. I am the king of the clowns. I think it's really cute. I feel like I look really scary, but kind of in like a fun, like a pretty scary almost. Yeah, I hope you learned something. Thanks for watching, and follow me on Instagram, follow me on Facebook. I have TikTok, I have a YouTube channel as well where I post drag king tutorials, so they're more like male impersonation focused, beards, mustaches, things like that. So follow me on YouTube as well, and thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.